Meanwhile, in Tupac news,
The shooting of Tupac Shakur once again underscores the violence that has surrounded this man since he shot the superstar.
People pulled up, opened fire. Shakur and Knight.
Tupac Shakur was shot several times in the chest.
Shakur was pronounced dead.
Makaveli in this Illuminati, all through your body. The blows like a 12-gauge shot. Feel me? I heard whom I died, murdered in cold blood, traumatized.
September 13th, 1996. That's the date rap legend and actor Tupac Shakur was shot and killed in a drive-by shooting here in Las Vegas.
This is me in my final stage, you know mama cry.
And 22 years later, his murder is still an open investigation.
I'm Reed Cowan. What a story. It reads like a movie novel.
But that was fiction. Some coward got the story twisted. Like I no longer existed, mysteriously missing.
Lieutenant Chris Carroll was the first officer on the scene the night of the shooting. He says he tried to get Tupac to identify his shooter, but Tupac refused.
what were Tupac's last words to you?
He looked me straight in the eyes and he said, "F you."
Only Gab can do it like this.
Yo, YouTube, what up? This your homie Gab, I'm in the building. And this is Makaveli Media. Get ready for the Mystery of Vegas, Part 5.
All right, so since we both agree that it's possible that the shooters was watching the police detain Suge and Tupac that night, right? And they was present, right? The police was present.
Right.
So is it possible that the police watched the shooters shoot up Suge and Tupac's BMW? That's the better question.
Now that one, I can't even answer that one seriously. It's a possibility. Like I say, anything is possible. We don't know. You know what I'm saying? They could have been, or they could not have been. You know.
It was right there. You know. Then you got a gentleman that took a picture of Tupac. They say less than a minute before the shootings actually started. You know, I got a chance to actually speak with him, and he's a cool dude. But so they go to Flamingo and Koval, right? And that's when the white Cadillac pulls up, and shots are fired into Tupac and Suge's vehicle. But there's some things that happened before that everybody and, you know, in the public wasn't abreast to that me and you know about, especially you, Rel, because, you know, you do have deep ties to the bad boy camp and to the death row camp. I know both camps as well, but I don't claim to know them as deep as you do. Let's tell everybody exactly what happened, you know, what we perceive what happened, you know, when the Cadillac actually caught up with Tupac and Suge, because the stories vary how they actually spotted Tupac in the first place. You know, if you listen to Keefe D and his alleged admission to what him and his nephew Orlando Anderson did to Tupac, you hear them say they was looking for Tupac and Suge, you know, after the altercation at the MGM, and when they was going to give up on it, and he heard some girls calling Tupac's name because allegedly Tupac was hanging out the moon roof for the BMW. So let's take it from there. Of your knowledge, what happened at that point? They spot Tupac, and what happened?
Well, from my understanding, they pulled up on him, and some words were exchanged. Tupac looked as if he was reaching for something, you know, in the car. In the car, the BMW, there was a hidden compartment in the car, which was confirmed by not only Reggie but a couple other homies, and Tupac was trying to get to his gun. And when they saw Tupac was trying to get to his gun, that's when they opened fire, because they knew if Tupac would have got a hold of his gun, they knew that Tupac would have used his gun.
Oh, Big Baby going to shoot, no doubt about it. He was going to shoot, you know. That's from Rosewood. Mama, the slow guy was like, Big Baby going to shoot. Yeah. Baby, Pac was going. Pac said, Pac was going to pop that thing, man. He was going to let off, but a lot of people don't know that. You see, that's the one part that's irritating me, because they would just search, but they didn't check inside the car. They checked the trunk of the car. Under suspicions that Tupac and Suge probably was carrying concealed weapons, and that yes, they did have them, but it wasn't in the back; it was in the front. How ironic is that?
Now, is another thing that a lot of people don't understand, that when everybody's like, well, why the hell was Suge going the wrong way from the hospital? Well, Suge panicked for one, and Suge had to put them guns away. You know, they had to get them back in that hidden compartment of the BMW. If you notice, you may have heard Reggie say it in the past, when the Vegas called them to release the car to them, they could have came and got it. No one wanted to go pick up the vehicle because they did not know if Vegas had went through that car and found those guns. So they finally got somebody to go pick up the vehicle, and when they got the vehicle back to Reggie, he, hit the little compartment thing with the little key fob, however it went, and bam, both the guns were still there, and, that was that. Who he gave them to, I won't tell that.
All right, so Tupac is reaching, this is from, inside information. Tupac was reaching for a strap. Maybe that's how he got shot in the hand. That would make sense. The next question I have for you is, so after the smoke clears, because Las Vegas PD admit it was a shootout, somebody from Tupac's entourage actually bust back at the car. I think later on it was confirmed. Was that Buntry?
Yeah, that was Buntry.
They actually chased the Cadillac down and fired some shots back at it.
Yeah, got some shots off, yeah.
Now, in the midst of this, there were two young ladies that allegedly was talking to Tupac and actually was, a distraction to Suge and Tupac as well when Orlando Anderson and Keefe D pulled up in the car. And, these young ladies actually reported that they saw the whole thing.
Most definitely. They did. And, it's more to it, and how people found out about it. I won't go into in-depth about that, but I'm quite sure, somebody is going to tell you about it. I'm not going to say no name, but it's going to all come out, and the person who's going to tell you all about it is a credible source, credible person, and a lot of you guys love this person, and, he's going to tell you about it one day. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he's definitely going to tell them everything they need to know, but okay.
Yeah.
But so back to the mysterious part. So right before the gunfire, there's Las Vegas PD presence, right?
Right.
And immediately, after Suge jumps the intersection and goes the wrong way, right?
Right.
Here comes Las Vegas PD again. This time, Officer Curl, should I say, right?
Right.
This the guy that claims to have obtained Tupac's dying declaration.
Correct.
Now, if you listen to Suge's on the mission, right? He said him and Tupac was having a conversation.
Right.
He said, Tupac said, I need to get to the hospital. You the one shot in the head. You need to get to a hospital. Laughing and joking.
Right.
When Officer Curl tells his side of the story, he says he pulled the BMW over. He noticed it was peppered with gun spray. He made the driver get out the car with his hands up, lay on face down on the ground, and somehow Suge convinced him that his buddy was sitting in the car. He opened the car door up. The passenger fell into his arms and lost consciousness. And he was trying to get the passenger to talk and tell me, who did this to you? And, that's what Tupac cussed at, right?
Right.
Real dramatic, straight out the movies, you know what I mean? And Suge never got a chance to publicly, dispute those claims.
Right.
I wasn't there, so I couldn't tell you how accurate that was. Was Tupac conscious? Was he having a conversation with Suge prior to this officer pulling up, you know, Suge said he talked to Tupac and laughed with Tupac on the way to the hospital. This officer said Tupac lost consciousness before the ambulance got there, and they took Tupac off to the emergency room.
Right. Well, my thing is, I'm not I don't put the police like that, period. But my thing is this, when you read the hospital reports, it said Tupac, they removed a liter of blood from his lung. So I don't understand how Tupac was laughing and talking as soon as he got to the hospital and they wheeled him right into surgery, and 1 liter of blood was removed from your lung. Was it your lung or your chest? His chest or lung? It was one of them. I know it was one of them, the lung or the chest. You got to go back and research it, give your Tupac audience a real homework to go back and research and look at it. Either his lungs or his chest. It was a liter of blood. So how could he talk or anything? I don't understand that.
You know, it's almost like the officer trying to justify why Tupac didn't make it out the hospital after everybody from the doctors to Suge was saying Tupac was going to be okay. So he's trying to paint the picture that Tupac was so bad off when the doctors themselves said Pac would probably pull through. And in my opinion, the only reason the police pulled Suge and Pac over in the first place was to identify which vehicle Tupac was in.
Ghost on them hoes, and yo, I got no love for the 5-0, I'm running from the police.